So, the news has been rumbling on all day talking about Hector Bellerin. And you know what? I wasn't even going to talk about this just because I thought, you know what? Do I really care? But so many people have been messaging me on this, asking me what my thoughts are. So I thought, you know what? I'll talk about this because some of the names that I'm hearing in terms of who Arsenal are going to get in order to replace Hector Bellerin, I just think it's ridiculous. I honestly, you have to remember the position that Arsenal are in right now. Arsenal, I'm telling you this right now, if we do sell Bellerin, which it looks like it's PSG that are interested in him, I'm hearing Barcelona are also interested in him as well, and I mean previously Inter Milan were also interested in him. So you probably think that there's at least 3 clubs that are interested in Hector Bellerin. Fine. Hector Bellerin, he spent, what, all of his senior career at Arsenal. And you know what? Overall, he's done pretty well. But now is probably the time for him to leave. He's probably open to leaving, as at the very least what's come out from football.london. And I have to say that, you know, I'll wish him the best of luck on his future. But let's be really honest. We're not going to go and buy somebody to replace Hector Bellerin. I want to make this absolutely clear now. And I know people are thinking, well, why not? We're then going to get money for him. Let's say we sell Bellerin for 25 to 35 mil, whether it be into PSG or Juventus. We'd have money to bring someone in. Yes and no. We'll have money to bring someone in, but we've got other positions that we need to go up and deal with. Also, there are still payments on other players we still have to factor in. Arsenal's income over the past 12 months has been taking a massive hit. And now we are seeing that with this rumour on Bellerin looking to leave Arsenal or interested in leaving Arsenal, when we first signed Cedric Soares, which is what I'm getting to, on a long-term deal, it now makes sense. Because the club already knew. This isn't the first time that we've heard of Bellerin looking to leave Arsenal. There were talks even last summer that Bellerin was open to leaving Arsenal. And it's probably part of the reasons why I believe that Cedric Soares came in for a longer deal that people would have thought. Because you would think that Cedric Soares is going to be at Arsenal for the next 3 seasons, at least. So you're probably thinking, that means that you're probably going to need someone to deputize Cedric Soares, if that, you know, if you don't go up and buy someone better than him. Because if Soares is going to start, then you're looking at other players. And 2 of the names that constantly are being brought up is Max Aarons, who currently plays at Norwich. Took a look at his stats. Max Aaron is 1.78 meters tall. This is according to Transfer Market, which is just shy of 6 foot. It's about 5'10". He's got a contract though till 2024, which means that he's going to cost massive money. Right now he's valued at about 18 million pounds, which that means to get him out of Norwich is going to cost somewhere around 36. He's doing pretty well in the Championship at the moment, played the majority of games, has got 1 goal and 3 assists, which to be honest isn't that great. But when he was in the Premier League, he was pretty good. Reminds me a lot of Bellerin in terms of going forward. He's good, but defensively, I feel like he struggles. And I'm not sure whether he's going to be as good as Bellerin, if not better, which is something that we need. Someone who is better defensively than Bellerin, in my opinion. Then you have another player, former Chelsea Academy product and current Brighton right back, Tariq Lamptey. Very, very good player. He's a player that I've been incredibly impressed by with how he's played this season. For me, he doesn't even look like a right back. He looks more as like a right winger. And I love the way how he reminds me a lot of Saka and his dribbling abilities, his deliveries into boxes, really good and accurate. And I'm loving what he gives Brighton on the attacking front. Defensively as well, probably even worse than Max Aaron's defensively, is that I don't think that he is a right back. He's more of a right wing back. And if Arsenal are going to go playing a right wing back rather than a right back, then so be it. Now, I think that there are times where you need to kind of alternate the two. So if maybe Cedric Soares is your right back, and then depending on the formation, then you bring in someone like a Lamptey and use him more in that role. But nevertheless, Tariq Lamptey isn't going to be your standard right back. You know, he's not going to, not the fact that he won't get back, but is he going to be good enough defensively? From what I've seen, I don't think that he is that great defensively. He's just fantastic going forward. Probably even better than Bellerin. He acts more like a winger. I think he's a very good winger from what I've seen so far. And I think those two options are okay. But when you're talking about the value that he's at, he's, according to transfermarket.co.uk, he's 16.2 million. To the nearest million, you're talking 32 million. You know it's going to take. And he's English as well. And he's on a long-term deal. Brighton only first picked him up in the summer. His contract doesn't end until June 30th, 2025. For me, we've kind of missed the boat on Tariq Lamptey, in my opinion. If you wanted Tariq Lamptey, Arsenal, you had to go out and get Lamptey when he was at Chelsea. I've said this time and time again. You got to pick up these players before they make their break, and this is where scouting's really come into play for that. So for me, Lamptey, I don't think it's an option unless somehow miraculously we manage to get a lot more money or put ourselves in a financially a better position than what we're all right now. And then you got to ask yourself, like Norwich and Brighton, they don't need to sell. Like, they don't. They're going to go in and ask for top dollar. I mean, I'm hearing stories that Max Aaron's, Bayern Munich are looking at him, Manchester United are looking at him, and Everton are looking at him. Like, I'm hearing that top teams are looking at this guy. And, you know, he might be a player. He might be a very good player. Maybe I'm not giving him enough credit on the defensive side. But top teams are in for him, and Arsenal are in no position to be battling top teams for a right back. Or, to be honest, for any player right now, we've got to think smart and sensible right now. And I know a lot of Arsenal fans don't want to hear it, but that is where we are. And the same thing there kind of goes for Tariq Lamptey. Even though there aren't that many rumours about other clubs, bigger clubs interested in him, Brighton have no reason and no incentive to sell. Where should we go from here? In terms of a backup, there's a player who we have on loan. He's our player. He's at Cardiff City right now, and his name is Jordi Osei Tutu. He is a very decent right back. I know he's been injured for quite a bit this season. Got injured with after about 10-12 games. But overall, he's a good, solid right back. Provides you a lot of what something like a Tariq Lamptey offers you. Strong, quick, can play further forward as a winger as well. Deliveries is also good. Probably isn't as experienced as, say, Lamptey and Max Aaron's, just because of the lack of first-team football. But this is a player who we already have, who we already continue to develop. And that's exactly what you want. Sometimes it's not always about going out there and just spending money, especially Arsenal, where we don't get it right. But the one thing that we can do is we can develop the players that we have. Now, the biggest question of the all is someone like a Mikel Arteta going to give someone like Jordi Osei Tutu a chance? Now, that right there is the biggest question of it all. Because I don't know. I have no idea. And I don't trust Arteta with a lot of our young academy players. And this isn't to do with the Balogun situation or Guendouzi, because Balogun, for me, as far as I'm concerned, wants to leave and wants to go for the money. And I say, go on, mate, get that money. Guendouzi refused to apologise. I'm not even talking about him. It's the Joe Willocks of this world, the Maitland-Niles of this world, the Reece Nelsons of this world, Lucas Torreira of this world, who are young, talented players who could provide us something different within that midfield, and provide us the quality that we need in certain games, and we don't even have them here as an option. That's what I'm talking about. So it's a rumor, nevertheless. I hope I am wrong. Oh, I hope I'm right about Jordi Osei Tutu, but I hope I'm wrong that someone like a Mikel Arteta is going to decide to finally start to play these players. So far, we haven't really seen it, but who knows? Who knows with everything? But leave your comments below on your thoughts in regards to Bellerin leaving, and do you think that Max Aarons or Lamptey or even Osei Tutu could be a shot with that? And don't disregard Osei Tutu. You know, these players have come out of our academy, and these are good young players, and they deserve a chance to at least for a season. That's all I'm really asking for. I'm not trying to say Osei Tutu is going to be, you know, the next best right back in the world, but what he deserves is a chance to play frequently for Arsenal, being a bench player, seeing what he could do, and then if he doesn't, then you go up there and sell him if he doesn't. But leave your comments below on your thoughts on this. Do check out some of my other Arsenal content in the comments description, and I will see you all on my next video, which is a link in the comments description, and you can see that in the end screen right now.